Hey folks, welcome to Korea. We are in near, wow, I hate to say this. We're in near Busan, Korea at the Kimchi Airport. I'm sorry, it's called Gimhae Airport. I think a name for it in the past was the Kimchi Airport. But we are in the southeast corner of the country. This is a hub for Asiana Airlines, Korean Air, and Busan Air. So 3 airlines are serviced here. Don't know what kind of resolution will come out of that airport. Anyway, there's our routing. Takes us over the Sea of, I believe that's the Sea of Japan, along the west coast of Japan, then across the island, and then approaching Norita Airport from the north. So there's our flight, about an hour and 45 minutes, all told, and that is the plan. So right now we're cold and dark. Let's change that by first attaching the jet bridge. And when we get that jet bridge attached, see that big yellow hose? And there's the entry door, cabin entry door opening. That big yellow hose is connected to this big box under the jet bridge. That's actually an air conditioning unit. So that will be providing cabin air conditioning and cabin and also electrical power to the aircraft without the need of a ground generator as the one that you see right there parked. We won't need that. But let's also get some baggage aboard. Get the baggage loading process started. It is early morning. Live weather, live time, live traffic conditions. Gate 9.
Delta 250 Heavy, request taxi.
Delta 250 Heavy taxi via Tango, right Alpha, hold short runway 30, right Alpha 9.
Tango Alpha, hold short 30, right Alpha 9, Delta 250 Heavy.
Gimhae Internet.
Well, it's awful dark on here. Let's see if I can't get the flashlight going. There's the flashlight. Good morning, Christy. There she is, her normal professional self. Come back behind the flight deck and we'll do a rainbow check. Check to see out these circuit breakers are in the, none of them are popped open. Get yourselves right along this line here. Check emergency equipment, first aid kit, crash axe, airframe and power plants manuals, minimum equipment list. Check the oxygen supply for the jump seat passenger. Check to make sure there's a crash axe available, aircraft registration, airworthiness certificate, radio operator's permit. All these things. We can check this fire bottle here in the back. Can't quite get to the fire bottle, but I'm guessing it's pretty good. And then once those things are checked, we'll take our seat. External power is available. I'm gonna crank up this integrity light, and once I introduce myself to Christy, she will hit the external power switch. She'll hit the battery 1 and 2
Gimhae
switch.
International Information.
She'll do a fire check on the APU, and she'll come down here to the nav1 and nav2 lights and put them either in the nav1 position or nav2 position. So let's say hi to Christy.
Let's start setting up.
Okay.
There she is. Into action she goes. And meanwhile, while she's doing that, I'm going to arm the emergency exit lights. You can hear the air conditioning fans come on in the background. I didn't really hear that APU. I'm going to do my own test. I want to get that full alarm on the APU test. And she'll collect up her things and she'll be out for the walk around. I'm going to turn on the ground control to on, do a cockpit voice recorder test. That test is fine.
I'm out for the walk around.
I'm going to do a command evac test. That test is fine. I'm going to switch the command and evac to the captain and purser mode. The ADIR system can be set up. System number 1 to nav, system number 2 to nav, system number 3 to nav. How about we've done a fire bottle test on the APU. We're going to hold off on engine number 1 and engine number 2. The hydraulic system is not actuated. The fuel pumps are not on. The crossfeed is not on. We're showing 28 volts on battery 1 and 2, both respectively. We have external power providing AC power. The engines are not providing power. Air conditioning is off. The packs are not running. The engine bleed is off. The APU is off. Anti-ice, wing and engine anti-ice is not being provided, as well as probe heat is not provided. Cabin pressure is set to automatic. The only lights that are on are the nav 1 and 2 logo lights and the armed emergency exits. I'm going to do an annunciator light test. Every light in the house, every bulb, every element, every filament, every light in the house. Checking for integrity, checking all the LED elements. Oh, look, both Christy and I both got the brown shoe memo from the company. We're both wearing our brown shoes today. Kind of looks stylish in our uniforms. Every element looks pretty good. While I'm down here, I'm going to turn up some of these rheostats. Get the lights all kicked up. Come underneath the MCP, which will illuminate the LED portions. There they go. Well, a couple more lights down here by the McDo. And 3 more rheostats on the pedestal. 2 on the pilot flying side, and another one on the pilot not flying side.
Destination Islamabad requested level 350, POV 217 requesting push and start.
208, POV 217 cockpit, stand 13, pushback starter approved, runway 25 left.
Pushback starter approved, runway 25 left, Air Blue 208.
Now that we have some illumination, we have no more need for the flashlight, so I'm going to turn the flashlight off. How about some fuel? We need some fuel on this airplane. It's a long way to Norita. Let's load our flight plan. Gimhae to Norita. The fuel we need is 8988. Let's just set this for 9200. A little extra, just in case Grandma worries about me. 7 minutes to board, load that in. Our right outer and our left outer tanks are showing full. The center tank is now showing
Gimhae
empty.
International.
The left inner and the right inner tanks will take the initial fuel, and if more is needed, they'll be loaded into the center tanks. 7 minutes in that process. Annunciator light test is fine. That light can go off. Atsu menu. Company menu. Initialization. Get our information from the dispatch office. We are Pan American Airlines flight number 43 from Gimhae to Norita. Fuel on board is 4.4, but that's slowly going to be climbing as we are in the process of fueling. It is 5:47 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It's an hour and 42 minutes flying time to our destination. Let's go to, actually, okay. Weather request. We'll get a METAR for our departing airport, which is RKPK. We'll get one for our arrival airport, which is Romeo Juliet Alpha Alpha, Norita, Japan, and we will send. We'll also get a TAF, Terminal Aerodrome Forecast. We'll send that. How about a weight and balance? We'll send for a breakdown of our passenger count. There it is. Do an initialization from Gimhae to Norita. There's our alternate, also in Japan, Pan American Airline flight number 43. Cost index is 60. Flight level 370. Is that what we're planning for? Yes. Tropopause.
No issues on the walk around.
Okay.
Tropopause is 52,000 feet. That's a high-speed ribbon of air, otherwise known as the jet stream. It's well above where we're going to be flying, so don't really need to worry about it too much. What's our...
Yes, sir, 2111, taxi via Tango, right Alpha, hold short runway 30 right, it's Alpha 9.
Copy, taxi by Tango, right on Alpha, holding point, 30 right, Alpha 9, Echo Fair, 211.
Top-up climb winds are 230 at 62 at flight level 370. 230 at 62, flight level 370. Uh-oh, what happened? Did we lose it? Nope, we got it. Flight plan. We are planning a departure out of runway 36 right. Actually, I'm hoping it's 36 right. I'm not real sure about that yet. Let's get a ATIS and see if the weather still favors 36 right. Ah.
Gimhae International Information India, 17-0 Zulu winds are 218 at 7 knots. Visibility 5 miles. 1,500 broken. Temperature 25, dew point 22. Current QNH is 1003. Arriving runway 18 right, 18 left, departing runway 36 left, 36 right. Gimhae International Information India, 17-0 Zulu winds are 218 at 7 knots. Visibility 5 miles. 1,500 broken. Temperature 25, dew point 22. Current QNH is 1003. Arriving runway 18 right, 18 left, departing runway 36 left, 36 right. Gimhae International Information India, 17 Zulu winds are 218 at 7 knots. Visibility 5 miles. 1,500.
So they are landing runways 18 right and left, but they're departing runway 36 right and left, and we are set up for 36 right. So that's fine. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Let's get a clearance.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Thanks.
Okay, well, if she's going to start boarding, I'm going to come down here and go to our McDo menu, ATZU, company menu, weight and balance, and I'm going to start the boarding process, and you'll start to hear the folks rumble bumble in the background. And while that is happening, how about if I go down to our PACX program? Start the flight. We are Pan American Airlines Flight 43, cruising altitude 37,000 feet from Gimhae to Norita. Hour and 41 flight time, 28 minutes to take off. Next, we are in an Airbus A320. We have Wi-Fi. We have an entertainment system, 124 passengers. Next, we have custom boarding music. Yes, we do. And we have custom safety briefing. Yes, we do. And the flight number continues. So, there's a rumble bumble of people in the background, thanks to PACX. And the best, the absolute bar none, best boarding music in all of aviation. But since we're boarding, we better see that that fueling is done. And the fueling is done. Okay. We were about to get our clearance, weren't we? Gimhae clearance delivery. Clipper for tree, ready to copy.
Clipper for tree contact clearance delivery on 121.72. Enjoy your night.
Contact clearance delivery on 121.72 Clipper 43.
Gimhae clearance delivery. Clipper for tree, ready to copy.
Clipper 43 is cleared to Romeo Juliet Alpha Alpha, climb via the OPNO to departure, with the PSN transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 36 right. Climb to 13,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 8 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.5. Squawk 5444.
Clipper 43 is cleared to Romeo Juliet Alpha Alpha, climb via the OPONO2 departure, with the PSN transition, then is filed. Climb to 13,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 8 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.5. Squawk 5444. Clipper 43.
Clipper 43 reback correct. QNH is 1003, contact ground on 121.65 when ready for pushback, enjoy.
QNH is 1003, ground on 121.65 Clipper 43.
Transponder code, go to the TA mode, stand by on the transponder, TA mode on the TCAS system. Progressive wind shear system is off, flaps are up, slats are up, engine cutoff levers are to off, throttle handles are to neutral. Christy, are you ready to run a checklist?
before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear fins and covers.
Removed.
Signed.
Now that we have the fuel on board, we can get the seatbelt sign turned on, the no smoking sign turned on.
On and auto.
Are you sure about that? Adheres.
Now,
Fuel quantity.
9180 kilograms. Set.
Takeoff data.
Oh, we didn't do the takeoff data yet, did we? Flex temp is calculated at 56 degrees.
Gimhae International Information Juliet.
I don't know what the transition altitude here is in Japan. We're out on the Open O2 departure. Transition altitude is 14,000 feet. So the airplane somehow knew that. I don't know how the airplane knew it, but it knew it. Usually it's defaulted at 18,000 feet. So departing to the north. Our first waypoint is Open O. At Open O to PK 521. At Open O on track 230 to PK 521 at 5,000 feet. Then track 148 to cross PK 522 at 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet, but we're cleared to 13,000 feet initially. So it's runway heading and then to Open O. And onward. There's 521. Now that we have our fuel on board, we can calculate our weight and balance. Our takeoff gross weight is 65,354. So leaving the fuel alone, we want this number to be 65,354. And to do that, we'll adjust the payload. Payload to 65,354. $65,349 is awful darn close. So that will be fine. And now that we have that, we can put in our flap setting of 1 with a stabilator trim of 0.0 in the up position. And we'll get some, now that we have a takeoff runway is 36 right. And we're on the Open O2 departure to PSN. We'll insert that. Now that we have a takeoff runway, we can get some V speeds. 132, 128, and 127. Great. We'll want to have Busan tuned in at 114.0. So go to the RAD nav page. It should come as Busan. There it is.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
We have our load sheet. We can lock the cabin door. Let's continue on with that checklist.
Set.
Barrel rep.
1003. Set.
1003. Set. Down to the line.
Wonderful.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be received. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once you depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. This is the captain speaking. On behalf of the entire flight crew and myself, I'd like to welcome you aboard today's flight. The flight attendants are there for your comfort, but more importantly for your safety, so please give them a few minutes of your undivided attention while we go over the safety features of this aircraft. Once the boarding process is complete, we'll get the cabin door closed and push off the gate for an on-time departure. In the meantime, please sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Welcome aboard.
Okay, beacon light is on. APU is now on and available. APU bleed is providing bleed pressure to the engines. Fuel pumps are on. Crew oxygen supply has been turned on. We're going to do a fire test on engine number 1 and a fire test on engine number 2. We're on APU. Engines are off. Bleed air is available. We are venting to the outside, so cab is currently at failed elevation. Electrical system is being provided by the APU and external power. Hydraulic systems are not actuated. Fuel pumps are on. Crossfeed is closed. APU is on and providing bleed air. Air conditioning is on, and temperatures are 19 in the cockpit, 21 in the forward, and 22 in the aft. Doors, only door open is the front cabin door. Wheels are cool. Flight controls have no hydraulic power on them right now.
how much longer do we have on our boarding process?
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact the flight attendant.
We're ready up here if we can finish the boarding process a bit sooner.
Please bring it to the boarding door and we
See what
will
we
check
can
it
do.
for you.
No
Also,
promises.
review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated in an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
Speed is set to V2. Heading is set to runway heading. Initial climb altitude is set. Constraints are turned on. Hold off on the auto brake for RTO. Hold off on the flaps. Hold off on the slats, arming the slats.
Delivery on General 105, we're ready.
Orange Liner 105, contact control 121.75.
Control 127.5 on General 105, good day.
Good day.
Hey guys, are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay. How ready are you? You are ready. Okay, let's talk to the ground folks. Do the rest of the after start before start checklist.
Request start clearance.
Ground. Delta. Requesting pushback and start clearance. Okay, clear to push and start. Delta.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Is the door closed?
Gimhae International Information.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead, flight deck. Confirm all ground checks complete. We're clear to pressurize the hydraulics. Once that check is completed, all doors and addons are closed, no issues found. You can pressurize your hydraulics at any time.
Audio test complete.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Understood.
Weather is not currently available for Gimhae International.
Position for departure. Cabin crew secure doors for departure.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start, checklist complete.
Gimhae ground. Clipper 4-3 requests pushback and engine start.
Clipper 4-3 pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. Clipper 4-3.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Understood. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back. All ground equipment is clear. You can start the engines at your discretion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct
Starting
your
engine
attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Starting engine 1.
Welcome aboard. Before we depart, please remove the safety card from the seat pocket in front of you and follow along as we demonstrate the safety features of this Airbus A320 airplane. We appreciate your complete attention to this important safety information. If you're seated in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an emergency. If you're unable to perform
Parking
the
brake
functions
set.
described on the safety card,
Okay, the turbo is
please advise
disconnected
the flight
and pin is out
attendant
and
for
equipment is
receiving
clear.
at the end
Thanks,
of
and you
this
can
video.
disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, have a good flight, and we'll see you later.
By pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the buckle flap. When the seatbelt sign is illuminated, immediately be seated and buckle up. To ensure your safety, your seatbelt should be fastened at all times when you are seated.
There are 4 exit doors, 2 on each side of the airplane, and 4 window exits located over the wings. Each is equipped with an evacuation slide that automatically inflates. Each exit is marked with a sign overhead. The main doors open by moving the large handle in the direction of the arrow. Open the overwing exits by removing the cover and pulling down on the marked handle. Be sure to jump into the slide with your legs in front of you. When you're on the ground, move away from the airplane. In the event of a water landing, main door slides can be detached from the airplane and used for supplemental flotation. Overwing exits should not be used in a water landing unless directed by a crew member. Look around to locate the 2 exits nearest your seat. In some cases, your nearest usable exit may be behind you.
In an evacuation, exit
36
path lights
right,
will illuminate
so
to guide
runway.
you to an exit.
A life vest equipped
So
with
we
a
use
water-activated
taxiway
light
golf
is located under or near your
at the
seat.
beginning of 36
It can be identified by a red tab. Do not remove it unless directed by a flight attendant. If needed, pull the red tab to remove the vest. Tear open the pouch,
After
remove
start
and
checklist.
unfold the vest. To secure the vest, slip it over your head.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Pull the straps from the back
26%
and
set.
attach
Rudder
the
trim.
hooks to the ring in
0.
front.
After start checklist
Pull the
complete.
waist straps away from you until they are tight around your waist. In an emergency, exit the airplane and only then inflate the vest by pulling down sharply on one of the red tabs. If additional flotation
Flight
is
control
needed,
check.
pull the
Ready.
second red tab.
Full
You can
down.
also inflate the vest by blowing into the tubes.
Full up.
If needed, oxygen
Neutral.
mask will drop from above
Full
your
right.
seat. To start the flow of
Full
oxygen,
left.
firmly pull a mask
Neutral.
towards you
Rudder.
to extend the plastic
right.
tubing. Place the mask over
Full
your
left.
nose and mouth. Slip the
Neutral.
elastic band over
Your
your head
turn.
and tighten the straps as
up.
necessary. Although the bag does not inflate,
Full
oxygen
down.
will flow to the mask.
Neutral.
Secure your mask before
Full
helping others
right.
and continue using
Full
until
left.
directed by a crew member.
Neutral.
United Airlines is a non-smoking airline. U.S. law prohibits tampering with, disabling,
taxi
or
clearance.
destroying laboratory
Ground.
smoke
Good morning.
detectors.
Delta. Ready to
U.S.
taxi.
law also requires customers to comply with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member
Clear to
instructions.
taxi. Delta.
Please
Rest
ensure
of
your
bridge
carry-on
system
items
is
and
on.
tray tables are stowed, your seat back is in its full upright position, headrest stowed, and your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Transponder
Ensure
active.
that laptop
TARA
computers,
on
cell
the
phones, and all
TCAS
personal
system.
electronics are turned off and properly stowed. If an emergency evacuation becomes necessary, leave all carry-on items behind.
If you have any questions regarding
Gimhae
safety,
ground.
please ask a
Clipper
flight
43,
attendant.
request
On
taxi,
behalf of your
runway
flight crew,
36
thank
right.
you for your attention to safety.
Clipper 43 taxi
It's
for
our
runway
pleasure to have
36
you
right via
aboard,
taxiways
and
Golf
we
9.
hope you enjoy your flight on United.
runway 36 right.
Taxi to runway 36 right via taxiways Golf 9er, Papa, Echo 4, hold short runway 36 right Clipper 43.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Check.
Check. Flight instruments.
Please note the cabin lights will be dimmed for
Check.
departure and landing.
Check. Briefing.
If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the general bus.
Confirm.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1. VR. V2. Flex temp.
V1 1 2 7 VR 1 2 8 V2 1 3 2 flex temp 5 6 degrees.
V1 1 2 7 VR 1 2 8 V2 1 3 2 flex temp 5 6 degrees. ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff. No blue.
Down to the line.
Cabin is secure, ready for departure.
Below the line.
Approach path clear of traffic. Take off runway.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Ignition.
PACX.
Well, this is 36 left. We should be at 36 right. So did we make a wrong turn somewhere? I think we might have.
PACX are on.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
That's 36 left. We need to get around to 36 right.
Clipper 43 contact tower on 118.1. Enjoy your night.
Tower on 118.1 Clipper 43.
Gimhae Tower, Clipper 43, ready for departure, runway 36 right.
Clipper 43 windows are 208 at 5 knots, QNH is 1004, cleared for takeoff, runway 36 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 36 right, Clipper
Takeoff.
43.
Man flex 5, 6, SRS, auto thrust blue.
Check.
Throttle's in the auto thrust position, or in the flex position rather.
Thrust set. knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flap 0.
Speed check. Flap 0.
And one for further control 12835. Bye-bye.
12835, you're on.
Clipper 43 contact Gimhae departure on 125.5. Have a good night.
Departure on 125.5 Clipper 43.
After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Departure Clipper 43 climbing to 13,000 feet.
Down to the line.
Clipper 43, good morning. Radar contact.
We have constraints set, so we should stay at 230 knots until after we've crossed Open O, our first waypoint. We're coming upon the 5,000 foot constraint for Open O. So the aircraft is operating flawlessly so far.
Clear rad map.
Okay.
We still have a 5,000 foot restraint for our next two waypoints. $5,000, 5,000, and 5,000. So we're circling around like this. And Besna is 5,000 as well. So the procedure is keeping us at low altitude. We are keeping our 230 knot speed. Looks like there's some ships out in the harbor there. Well, looks like there might be a discontinuity in our flight plan. There is a discontinuity that needs to be cleared. Now we're nice and straight. Once we leave PSN, then we'll be able to PSN, and on our way to Kellick, we'll be able to kick up our altitude and kick up our speed. Notice how I didn't touch the lights. First officer is handling all the lights. Shut off the APU.
Approach, good morning, German cargo 543 out of 2, bound for south.
German cargo 543 identified. To the left, Narmi, ground 6000.
Having the
Narmi, ground 6000, cargo 543.
Having the first officer handle the lights and the radios is quite a relief. As you can see, the workload can get pretty congested sometimes. 5800 is our constraint. We are starting to climb. Oh, over. Constraint is PSN.
Clipper 43 climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Clipper 43.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
We're approaching transition altitude.
Set standard.
Standard cross-check. Passing flight level 150. Now.
Checked.
Clipper
Below the
43
line.
climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290 Clipper 43.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Airlines 541 Heavy, arrange to vacate via Alpha 4, wind is 340, 21 knots, maximum 30, runway 30 right, clear for land.
Airlines, runway 30 right, vacated Alpha 4, Eurotrans 541.
Clipper 43 contact inch and center on 125.45. Enjoy your night.
Center on 125.45. Take care Clipper 43. Center Clipper 43 climbing to flight level 290.
Clipper 43 good morning. Radar contact.
She did not pronounce it very well, but that's Incheon Center that she just transferred to.
He had 513 maintaining flight level 400. Red Dot 513 identified. Yep.
South end of the Busan Peninsula. And now we're out over the Sea of Japan.
Clipper 43 climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370 Clipper 43.
Clipper 43 contact Tokyo Center on 118.9. Have a good night.
Center on 118.9 Clipper 43. Center Clipper 43 climbing to flight level 370.
Clipper 43 good morning. Radar contact.
Emirates 235, close to weight 125.3. Good day. 125.3, good day, Emirates 235.
Clipper 43 contact Tokyo Center on 132.5. Enjoy your night.
Center on 132.5 Clipper 43. Center Clipper 43 climbing to flight level 370.
Clipper 43 good morning. Radar contact.
Once we get to Waypoint Opera, we will be feet dry over the Japanese island.
$1,000 to go.
Check.
Eight one hold 127.52.
127.52, wait the 68.
Okay, top of climb, seatbelt sign can come off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck and captain speaking. We've
The
just
flight
reached
crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can have it up to around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when securing the seats of unexpected turbulence.
With galley cart shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
"60 miles until feet dry over the Japanese island." A little bit of sunrise. Flying pretty much due east. There you can see roughly heading 082 or so.
613, descend on 617.
San Francisco, 613.
We hope you're enjoying your flight. We're making good progress here, and we're doing our best to get you in on time. From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. I don't normally point this out, but if you take a look outside, we're over a pretty interesting landmark. Hey, could you guys bring us a meal, please? All right. We're just checking in. Let us know if you need anything.
Alright, EPS 24,
All right.
level 370, squawk 1626. EPS 24, identified after Dallas strike Papa 559 on Alpha, maintain level 370.
Hey, can we get something to drink up here?
Flight level 370, EPS 24.
All right. Hey, what are the odds you guys could bring us a snack, please?
Not a problem.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
13212 today. 13212, so the final 6 months allowance.
Looks like I've got a ink stain on my pocket. I guess my ink pen must have bled into my shirt. Excuse me.
Great, 681, contact 13212, good day. 13212, good day, great success on.
Now, this is strange. I thought I had not yet set up the approach, or the arrival, but yet this line looks like it's complete. Let's go down to the flight management computer. See, KMCC should be the last, or KMC, Kilo Mike Charlie, should be the last waypoint on the procedure, but I have not chosen a procedure because I have not yet been assigned a procedure. So there's KMC. There's KMC. Hopefully I'll be assigned a procedure before we get to Kilo Mike Charlie. And then I don't know how all the rest of this got to be filled in when our legs page. Well, wait a second. It's got more. Okay, this has got more to it. Okay, I guess swamp is the end of our routing. Swamp is the end of our routing. Let's see what we filed. This is what we filed. Yeah, swamp was the end of our routing. So that's correct. But we don't have...
Qatari 21 Lima Yankee, flight level 3990.
Qatari 21 Lima Yankee, good morning, radar contact, maintain 390, Lima 703 RAAS.
0 Lima 703 to RAAS, Qatari 21 Lima Yankee.
So there's swamp. We don't have anything between swamp and Norita.
Goodbye 3, call Kuwait 125.3, good day.
125.3, good day, Dubai 3.
I wonder if that peak out ahead of us to our right is Mount Fuji. I wonder if that's Mount Fuji right there. Unfortunately, I've never been to Japan, and I don't know Mount Fuji's relationship through the rest of the island. If it is Mount Fuji, I imagine we're going to be getting a lot closer to it.
Hotel, flight direct, Egmore.
Direct Egmore, sorry, 69 Hotel, thank you. Looks like we're just overflying the Komatsu area. If you get close enough, the characters turn to Japanese. You go far enough out, and it changes to English. So there's Tokyo, and Norita is somewhere out here. So we're going to be coming here.
Clipper 43 contact
like
Tokyo
this.
Center on 125.6. Enjoy.
Center on 125.6 Clipper 43. Center Clipper 43 at flight level 370.
Clipper 43 good morning. Squawk 5444.
Squawk 5444 Clipper 43.
Clipper 43 radar contact.
I don't know how that squawk code got changed. I don't remember touching anything over there. I'm hoping we should be receiving our landing instructions any time now.
National Cargo 461 radar contact. After Rabat, Mike 677, I will call you back for higher.
After Rabat, Mike 677, you will call for higher National Cargo 461. Morning, Mojo 85, Buenos, Yankee 604, Todman.
Mojo 85, radar contact, thank you, maintain level 310, route check.
Maintain 310, Mojo 85. Emirates A38 Heavy approach 119.1 detail. 119.1 number A38.
Top of descent should be after Hakka, so I'm certainly hoping to get some landing instructions by then. Should come any time now. Actually, top of descent is closer to Ikaru.
Clipper 43 expect the ILS approach to runway 16 right with the Lakes transition at Narita International.
Expect the ILS approach to runway 16 right with the Lakes transition Clipper 43.
16 right, Lakes transition. Okay, so now let's give control of the airplane to Christy.
You have control.
I have control.
And let's get our CDU set up. RJAA arrival, and we're looking for runway 16 right. Run 6 right Y. And we're looking for the Lakes transition.
VCJ 981, radar contact, Rabab Mike 677. What is your final level requested?
Rabab Mike 677, final requested 410, VCJ 981.
VCJ 981, after Rabab climb level 410.
After Rabab climb 410, VCJ 981.
Okay, Swamp is the end of the routing. Lakes north is the arrival to Lakes, and then on to runway 16 right. So that is good. Let's go to performance, and I'm going to see if I can get an ATIS from Norita.
Narita International Information Lima, 19-0 Zulu winds are 227 at 14 knots gusting to 20 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 26, dew point 23. Current QNH is 1003. Arriving and departing runway 16 right, 16 left. Norita International Information Lima, 190 Zulu winds are 227 at 14 knots gusting to 20 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 26, dew point 23. Current QNH is 1003. Arriving and departing runway 16 right, 16 left. Norita International Information Lima.
Great, we have our configuration.
Center Clipper 43 descending to flight level 370.
Clipper 43 radar contact.
And let's look, there's not really a, there might not be a chart for this. The Lakes North arrival. Lakes North arrival to Lakes, so Swamp is the end of our procedure. To Dante above 11,000 feet, then DME arc.
Clipper 43 descent and maintain flight level 290.
Descent and maintain flight level 290 Clipper 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. We're going to begin our initial descent here momentarily. At this time, I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign back on, so please return your seats and keep your seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a stop at the gate and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. It's been our pleasure having you on board for today's flight, and we hope to see you back on a future flight again real soon. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it is time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
So 21 DME arc from Norita, 117.9. Above 11,000 at Nantes.
At our destination,
above 9,000
handing out forms
at
momentarily. Please review
CMAC.
and complete these forms and keep them with you for
Above
presentation
6,000
upon
at
arrival.
Lakes. 117.9 in the RADNAV. And NRE. Great. So, let's do a taxi briefing. We're due on
Clipper 43 descent and maintain flight level 210.
Descent and maintain flight level 210 Clipper 43.
.16 right is our runway. So, first high-speed opportunity is A6. A6 to Whiskey.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have
Whiskey
begun
to
our
the
initial
terminal.
descent down to our destination.
Probably parking
Now
in
would be a
this
good time
Quebec
to wrap
area.
up any business you need
Clipper
to take
43
care of.
contact Tokyo Center on 124.1.
If you are up,
Have a
once
good
you
night.
return to your seat, we ask that you
Center
remain
on
seated until your aircraft arrives
124.1
safely
Clipper
at the gate.
43.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Center Clipper 43 descending to flight level 210.
Clipper 43, good morning. Radar contact.
Sorry, 21 Lima Yankee, when ready, descend level 210 level by RAAS.
Descend ready, 210 level by RAAS, Qatari 21 Lima Yankee.
I have control.
You have control.
I was hoping we would see Mount Fuji. Looks like it's not meant to be.
Clipper 4 QNH is 100 at Narita International descent and maintain 13,000 feet.
QNH is 1003 descent and maintain 13,000 feet. Clipper 43.
1003. It's the altimeter setting. Put it here on the standby until we cross transition altitude. So we were briefed to fly the Arc. Lakes North arrival has us flying this GME Arc. And if you look at the air traffic control program, you see that we're also prepared to fly the Arc right here. But I'm imagining we'll probably get, when we reach Swamp, which is the end of the routing until the procedure, I'm hoping we'll get a direct from Swamp to Conan right here, and we will avoid this Arc. And then it'd be pretty much straight in to runway 16.
Contact maintain 360.
Maintain 360, 01404.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
Clipper 43 descend and maintain 5,100 feet.
Descent and maintain 5,100 feet Clipper 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices, stow these devices, and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright positions, and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Approaching transition altitude. There's 14,000.
One, 0, 0, 3, set.
1, 0, 0, 3, set. Passing 13,500. Now.
Checked.
Engines into continuous mode, speed brakes armed, auto brake set to medium. As we approach the 10,000, you can see the plane is leveling off to get our speed at the 250 knot threshold. And then once we reach 250 knots, we'll continue our descent.
Etihad 2317, contact 132.25.
13225, Etihad 2317, break.
Let's arm up the landing system. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel ref.
1003. Set.
1003. Set. Minimum.
200. Set.
200. Set. Engine mode selector.
Ignition.
Approach checklist complete.
Remember, once we get to Swamp, I'm hoping that we'll be pulled off the procedure and we will be given vectors so we don't have to fly the 21 DME arc that's in the procedure. Here's Swamp, and then at Dante we should fly the 21 DME arc to CMX 275, and then we fly a 12 DME arc to Lakes and then continue. But that's a lot of unnecessary flying. I'm hoping once we get to Swamp, we'll get a vector out to this area and we can intercept from out there.
Etihad 7, contact on 123.1.
1231, Etihad 7, left and over.
And I imagine the reason for all that flopping and turning are these mountains. See these mountains right here? If we got to Swamp and we made a vector to this area, we would be in the vicinity of these mountains. That's probably why the procedure is written the way it is. That still is a lot of unnecessary flying. We don't mind a little granite overcast, little swamps. You can see the 1,100-foot constraint at Dante, and that's why we haven't, even though we're cleared down to 5,100, we've leveled off at 1,100 because we have a constraint at Dante. Of course, we have to be prepared to fly the whole procedure if we're not given the shortcut. $11,000 at Dante, $6,000 at Lakes, and $3,000 at whatever this other waypoint is that's just coming into view.
Charlie Golf
Conan.
Charlie November Golf Mike Tango contact 13325.
3000 at go.
13225 will be
Conan.
at Tango Golf Mike Tango Station.
Clipper 43 descend and maintain 3300 feet contact Tokyo Center on 119.35. Enjoy your night.
Descend and maintain 3,300 feet center on 119.35 Clipper 43.
Now, once we're taken off the procedure into vectors, then we
Center
don't have
Clipper
to.
43 at 1,000 feet.
We don't have to maintain these
Clipper 43,
constraints.
good morning. Radar contact. QNH is 1002.
QNH is 1002 Clipper 43.
$11,000, $9,000, $6,000, and then $3,000. Dante, Cymax, Lakes, and Conan.
Clipper 43 contact Tokyo approach on 121.27. Have a good morning.
Approach on 121.27 Clipper 43. Approach Clipper 43 at 1,000 feet.
Clipper 43 good morning. Radar contact. Clipper 43 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 16 right with the Lakes transition.
Cleared for the ILS approach to runway 16 right with the Lakes transition Clipper 43.
Well, we were cleared for the procedure, but not for anything different. So let's just fly the procedure. Bring our speed down to 190 to make this corner a little bit more manageable.
Bravo for 216, localize the runway 30 right.
Cincinnati approach 30 right, number 2 following Airbus 333 on 2 miles final caution and service.
Continue approach for 216.
Our next constraint after CIMAC is 6,000 feet.
We have begun our final descent into Tokyo. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Heading 260, clear down and 3 to right for established. Fly heading 260 degrees, clear for ILS approach runway 30 right for the back of south. 155.
Let's activate the approach phase. Down to 6,000 feet in less than 10 miles.
I'm on at 655, be cleared for the approach, contact tower 118.5, bye-bye. Tower 18.5, 18655, thank you.
3 miles to Simac. Down to 6,000 feet.
Study 569 up, sending flight 160. Hello, Study 569 approach identified. Maintain 160. Then flight 160, Study 569 up.
So the constraint after lakes is 3,000 feet. We've been cleared to 3,100 feet, so we'll stay above 3,100 feet until we have the ILS. We lost the autopilot. That's not good. Why did we lose the autopilot? I don't know. Can't seem to get it back.
maybe we're just a little too slow. We might be just a little too slow. There we go. Yeah, I think we were a little too slow. Instead of 190, I should have said 200. I'll take 1 on the flaps.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Good morning, Delman 221 Heavy Tower. Continue approach runway 30 right, number 2, number 1 Airbus 321 at 2 miles fine.
Approach 30 right, Delman 221.
Down to 1 manage speed. Let's go to manage speed. Down to 3,000 feet. I'll take flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
Speed check.
Gear down.
Flaps 2. Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3. We're letting the glide slope
rise above us, so when we intercept localizer, we'll be approaching the glide slope from the bottom, which is ideally the way it should be.
Clipper 43QNH is 1004 at Norita International Contact Tower on 118.2. Enjoy your morning.
QNH is 1004 Tower on 118.2 Clipper 43. Tower Clipper 43 inbound for ILS approach runway 16 right.
Clipper 43 good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 16 right call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 16 right will call when established on final Clipper 43.
Arm the localizer. Heck, I'm going to also arm the approach and go to dual autopilot. Let's go to flaps 4.
Flaps full.
Speed check. Flaps full.
Ferry 1FS1090008 north, caution for birds, runway 36 left, clear.
Wind corporate, caution corporate, clear land, by 1.
Localizer capture. Glide slope capture. Norita Tower. Clipper 43 on final.
Clipper 43 winds are 227 at 15 knots, cleared to land runway 16 right.
Cleared to land runway 16 right Clipper 43.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive.
Check.
We're getting a little bit of a quartering, no, almost no wind at all, but 2 knots of wind. But if we had a wind, it would be from the right, maybe just a hair of quartering tailwind. Mostly from the right.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing. No blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Five, 7 miles out, gear down, ILS runway 30 right.
1,000. 1,000.
Check. At 5 knots, runway 30 right, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 30 right, so glide 95.
I think the cars drive on the left side of the road here in Japan. I wonder if we'll see that with this traffic that we're crossing over. I doubt it. It's probably made to the American default traffic on the right.
500.
I really can't. No, it's not. It's traffic on the left. Oh, cool.
400.
Cool, cool, cool.
400.
Auto land.
100 above.
Check.
Minimum.
Continue.
Continue.
Check. Spoilers, reverse green, decel. 70 knots.
I want this high speed.
Please prepare for takeoff.
Clipper 4-3 is clear of active.
Clipper 4-3 contact ground on 121.6. Have a good morning.
Ground on 121.6 Clipper 4-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tokyo. The local time is 5:28 a.m. and it's currently about 15 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
Norita ground, Clipper 4 tree, request taxi to the gates.
Clipper 4 taxi to platform to via taxiways Tango, Charlie, Kilo, Uniform, Oscar.
Taxi to gate 42 via taxiways Tango, Charlie, Kilo, Uniform, Oscar, Clipper 43.
Confirm Serene 551, send 12 via Echo Mike.
2 Echo Mike, Serene 551.
Well, we may be using the air stairs today. How about this gate right here? Parking brake on. Engine number 1 off. Engine number 2 off. And seatbelt sign off. Landing lights off. Beacons stay on. Wing light off. Nose light off. Taxi light off. Are we getting the air stairs? Not automatically. Let's get Pushback Express to help out with that.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Are you sure about that? APU.
Spoilers aren't disarmed? I thought I disarmed the spoilers. Nope.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Now you're supposed to get that. Off.
Off.
After landing checklist. Complete.
Okay, good. Come on, stairs. There go the stairs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Norita International Information Mike, 20.
Remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate you.
Norita International Information Mic.
On a future flight.
Shut down engine 2. Taxi light off. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Exterior lights.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On.
Parking checklist complete.
Securing the aircraft checklist.
Adheres.
Off.
Oxygen.
Off.
APU bleed.
Off.
Emergency exit light.
Off.
Signs.
Off.
APU and battery.
Off.
Securing the aircraft checklist complete.
Thanks for joining me, folks. Hope to see you next time.